Today we'll talk about each and every detail we know about the 8 Gates technique. There were several users of this technique, and there are a few of them that you probably did not know about, and today we'll uncover them. But before that, I want to ask you all to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more. I hope all of you have a great day, and let's get into it. The first time we got to see 8 Gates was during the fight between Lee and Gaara. The 8 Gates exist in order to limit the flow of chakra within an individual's body. Ordinarily, individuals can use no more than 20% of their body's full potential. This is the brain's way of protecting the individual from harming their body through overexertion. With training, ninjas can learn to remove these limiters, referred to as opening the gates. With each opened gate, individuals are given access to more and more of their body's chakra, thus increasing their physical strength and speed. For a couple generations, there had been at least one user of this technique, and the one who started it in the Hidden Leaf was Might Dai, the father of Might Guy. Dai spent his entire career as a genin, causing many to look down upon him and earn him the epithet of the Eternal Genin. It was said that Might Dai wasn't able to use both ninjutsu and genjutsu. He also failed simple missions. It was revealed that his poor performance was due to him secretly training to master the 8 Gates every night, which has a common side effect of weakening the user for a prolonged period of time. Despite being genin ranked, Dai possessed great physical condition and prowess in Taijutsu, allowing him to open all 8 gates, although he spent 20 years mastering it. While admitting to it being his only achievement, Dai was competent enough with his abilities to teach the Forbidden Jutsu to his son, and later use it to fend off the entire 7 ninja swordsmen of the Mist, and, in the anime, kill 4 of its members. But when we think of the users of 8 Gates, Might Dai was surely not the first shinobi to master this technique, since Madara already knew about the 7th and 8th Gates when he saw Guy unleashing them, but by different names. He referred to the 7th Gate as Blue Vapor, and the 8th Gate as Red Vapor. There's a chance Madara saw Might Dai use these techniques, because Madara saved Obito during the war where Dai sacrificed himself to protect Guy and his teammates. But I doubt it, since he knew the 8 Gates technique by another name. During his prime, Madara may have encountered another 8 Gate user. The words which Madara said to Guy that he was the greatest Taijutsu user, declaring him the strongest, is another reason to think that he had faced 8 Gates users before. They weren't as strong as Guy, but I believe he still had a tough time dealing with the 8 Gate users before Guy. Imagine seeing the battles of Hashirama and Madara besides theirs. There must have been some battles which weren't even mentioned, such as Hashirama facing the tailed beasts. But this one, about Madara, would be rather interesting to see someone else using the high-level taijutsu against him, leading their lives to the end. Besides the unknown users after Dai, the next user of this technique is Might Guy, who is considered as one of the strongest ninjas in history. Because Guy had little talent in ninjutsu and genjutsu as a child, he dedicated himself to perfecting his taijutsu. By adulthood, Guy was like a taijutsu god. Guy is able to utilize and open all of the 8 gates. His mastery of this ability allows Guy to instantly open up the first 7 gates without the need to open previous gates. With each opened gate, he becomes more and more powerful, and after opening the final gate, he reaches god level and is almost able to kill Madara Uchiha while being in his peak mode. The one who inherited his legacy and will is his favorite student, Rock Lee, who is a shinobi of Konohagakure's Lee clan and a member of Team Guy. While in the academy, Lee was looked down upon for his inability to use either ninjutsu or genjutsu. However, with the guidance and support of Might Guy, Lee conditioned himself into a superb ninja who relies exclusively on taijutsu. While initially very limited in even that skill, Lee proved to be a late bloomer by part 1. His greatly improved skill was evident when he defeated Sasuke Uchiha, a natural prodigy, posed a challenge against Gaara in the Chunin exams, and held his own against Kimimaro. By adulthood, Lee has mastered every gate and is the respective successor of his teacher. The one who inherited Guy and Rock Lee's spiritual youth is Metal Lee, who is the son of Rock Lee. Metal specializes in the strong fist-style Taijutsu, and when not overwhelmed by his insecurities, lives up to his reputation as a genius, even within his Taijutsu-excelling clan. He is shown to have great stamina and endurance, able to keep up with his father's daily intense training regimens. When properly motivated, he can subconsciously open the first of the 8 gates. He has not really mastered this technique yet, but he has very great potential, and I'm sure someday he will surpass his father as well as the legendary Taijutsu master, Might Guy. It seems the battle between 8th Gate Guy and Madara inspired a lot of people to learn this technique, and after the war we can see several people using it. In the final Naruto movie, we can see a team of Konohagakure Taijutsu users under the leadership of Rock Lee. The name of this team is Suicide Corps, and at least 7 members of this team can open the 6th gate, as it was shown while using crane wing formation in order to destroy a meteorite. I am very surprised that we have never seen this team again, and hope we will hear more about it in the future. Now let's talk about lesser-known users of the 8 gates, and I want to start with Kakashi Hatake. Many of you probably did not know, but Kakashi is a user of this technique, and he has used it several times in the series. The first time we saw him using it was in chapter 93, as seen when he activates it during a cliff climbing practice. In the anime, he uses Front Lotus several times, first against Naruto, and then against Kakuzu. We don't know how many of the inner gates Kakashi can open, but I assume he could open 3 at most, because in order to use this technique properly, you have to train your body very hard daily, and I don't remember seeing Kakashi training his body as hard as Guy and Lee do. Another not-so-popular user of this technique is Hiruzen Sarutobi, the 3rd Hokage. He was a powerful ninja, hailed as a god of shinobi. His talents earned him the position of Hokage at a young age, directly selected by the 2nd Hokage, having surpassed his teacher in childhood. He was the strongest shinobi produced by his clan, as well as the most powerful of Kage during his lifetime. Hiruzen was renowned as the Professor. This title was due to his talent in ninjutsu, having mastered all the skill sets and combat forms of the shinobi arts, and he is reputed for his advanced knowledge and skill in the use of all techniques to ever exist within Konoha, including the many hidden techniques. 8 gates is required as one of the hidden techniques, and because of the fact that Hiruzen knew and could use every jutsu of the hidden leaf, I don't think that it's too far-fetched to assume that he could use even 8 gates. The last 2 in our video are 2 mysterious ninjas who Kisame fought before Might Guy. According to him, shinobi that are skilled in taijutsu are rare, but he has known 2 others. I wonder who he was referring to, and how strong they were. It seems they were able to open at least 6 gates, since Kisame recognized it. There were other users of this technique, like Shino and Shira, but they were non-canon characters, and that's why I did not talk about them in this video. Anyway, I guess this is all for today. What do you think about the 8 gates technique? Let us know in the comments. I hope this video was informative. Make sure to like it and subscribe for more.